Different images, different complexion to the contest that is about to unfold. Test match cricket at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. Martin Guptill had a poor limited over series. Would have been disappointing. Well, you did say it was a no-brainer at the toss, that whoever won it should choose to bat first, and Ross Taylor didn't contradict you.
That's a better area and very well left. Just gets it to shape away nicely. Another yard up, and batsman would have had to have thought about playing.
Guptill keeps the strike, sending that over from Ravi Rampal, 4 without loss.
That's the fullest delivery he's bowled so far. He's gotten an idea of what he can get out of the pitch. It's certainly swinging and giving this one a chance to do its thing in the air. Easily have been an inside edge onto the stumps. That's more like it. Got to make use of that swing. Didn't seem to pass that close to the edge though, Faz.
Well, Darren Sammy's asking the question, didn't you hear the edge? I'm sure I heard the edge, and he's probably wondering why he was the only one really going up with that appeal. Dinesh Ramdin doesn't seem convinced.
Played a mile away from that.
I wonder what the captain was looking at, or what did he hear? Because you could drive a minivan through there between the ball and the bat. Look at it again.
I could understand if at some time the bat was in line with the ball, but it was always inside the line, well away from it. That's a good delivery and well left.
The thing with modern technology as well is that nowadays you've got these big screens all around the grounds, and the players invariably look over their shoulders to see what has happened after every single delivery, and you probably would have seen our replays as to how far the ball was away from the bat, and there was a bit of a sheepish smile on his face for a little while. It's almost a coaching manual as well, an instant bit of coaching when you can look over and see what's going on the big screen. Is that fair?
Well, you still have to interpret it and know what to do. Starting to examine Guptill around that off stump with the outswinger. So far, Guptill has played very well. He's left the ball well, shown good patience. Has a good idea of where his off stump is. Left again. 5 overs gone. It's still 6 without loss.
At least he shows the desire. He wants to bat. He wants to be out there. He's disappointed himself and his team in those limited over matches, and the New Zealanders are known for their determination. And there's a couple of runs for Martin Guptill, completing the over from Kemar Roach. 11 without loss.
Neil Wagner there on debut. So quite impressed with him in the first-class match played at this ground a few days ago. Good delivery from Rampol, just starting to get a little bit of swing. Guptill not completely in control of that.
Yeah, this has impressed me this morning in terms of overall conditions, where the ball has swung, some have seamed. Kemar Roach has replaced Ravi Rampol. Nice shot from Guptill. It was really a loosener and a poor loosener, if there's such a thing.
Yeah, it was short, wide. Guptill's eyes lit up. Shows you the lack of pace because he's got that almost just wide of mid-off. So it's well and truly through the shot that would normally go a lot squarer.
Another no ball for Kemar Roach.
Nicely played from Guptill. Full and straight, but just dropping the bat down on it, timed it well. Straight back past the stumps at the bowler's end.
Bowling fast.
No run.
In fact, they're bowling spin. Suleiman Ben, Shane Shillingford.
I reckon we as big lads probably didn't quite impress them enough for them to become fast bowlers. But one of the things that Kemar Roach, at the moment has to do is be patient. Nothing much happening for him as a bowler, and you don't want to fight the wicket. You don't want to try too many things. You just got to be patient.
That one came back a long way. So he's doing something with the ball here. This ball was changed just a short while ago. First delivery of the 13th over, it was replaced.
That one was pretty close. Guptill, where we would say perfect judgment because he's still there. But it was closer than I believe he thought.
That was too straight. And he's going to get a couple of runs here. Martin Guptill might get a third. Rampol labouring after it and will go into the boundary. Not the quickest mover. Ravi Rampol, and he'll be huffing and puffing for a while. 41 without loss. Must be difficult to balance that off because it's incredibly lucrative to make yourself available because you are in demand in these shorter forms of the game. And I just wonder at times how players value their contribution still in Test cricket.
Well, I don't really have a problem with guys, because cricket is a profession. That's what they do. But I still believe that Test cricket has to be the ultimate cricket for me.
Maiden over from Kemar Roach keeps the score at 47 without loss. Chris Gale doesn't bowl much anymore. Another hopeful appeal from the West Indies captain. Seems to be preoccupied with appealing this morning. Darren Sammy, 52 without loss. Runs here for Guptill and New Zealand. Should get 3, in fact will get 4. Again, it's another laboured chase by Rampol.
Another half volley by Captain Darren Sammy. And good batsmen, they will not miss out on deliveries like those. And Rampol, not the quickest mover in the field. Just really laboured after it, just to retrieve rather than try to stop it. But it wasn't a very good delivery. It was a half volley on leg stump. And deservedly got the treatment.
Well, the West Indies captain has conceded 5 of the 9 boundaries that have been hit so far this morning, which goes against what we've seen from him in the limited over matches when he's been very economical. We've raised the question at times of him not bowling his full 10 over allotment because he was going very well, but now he's really leaking runs, Darren Sammy.
And again.
Well, this was right up in the slot, and he made the right decision, hit it straight. Yes, growing in confidence, Guptill. This was flighted and picked that one up nicely. No worries there. No, wasn't taking a chance. And he'll get a couple more here. Martin Guptill, he's made good use of this opportunity. He's looked solid throughout this morning.
Yeah, the option that Martin Guptill took earlier this year was one that I was very impressed with, because while a lot of people were chasing the money on offer in the IPL, and never begrudge anyone making money out of the game, I think it's fantastic, but Martin Guptill didn't put himself up for auction. He decided to go to Derbyshire in English county cricket because he wanted to work on his 4-day batting. He wanted to work on test match batting. He values the level of the game. That's close, just outside off stump, I think. Did nip back in. Darren Sammy's pretty keen on this. I just wonder whether Guptill got enough outside off.
This will be interesting. If he hasn't hit this, it's going to be very close. It looked a good shout to start with. Didn't get too far forward. It's not a no ball. So it's all about where it hit him, or if he got a nick on it. Did he? Looks as if he did.
He did. Good inside edge on it. So Guptill, no problems there at all. I think he's probably outside off as well, just about. But a good, thick inside edge. No problem whatsoever. Richard Kettleborough, right on the money. So in the end, you'd say a pretty poor review. He's been keen to take one all morning, Darren Sammy. He's tried to convince himself that he should be taking a review on a couple of occasions, but that one is a wasted one.
Well, once it comes in and it's threatening the inside edge, you're not really going to see it. Ramden wouldn't have seen that hit the bat. The right thigh would have been in his way, but Darren Sammy should have seen that. That's a really optimistic sort of appeal.
Yeah, as a bowler, you've got to take the emotion out of it and look at the reality. I mean, to me, there was a few things about that one that I would look at and say, well, I mean, even height was probably an issue. Outside the line.
That's taken, the question is asked, and not out, says Paul Rifle.
Yeah, straight off the knee roll of the pad. Good reactions in close.
Well done, Raj. Good stuff, good stuff. Good ball, good ball, good ball. Over. Time.
Maiden over to finish the session. A good one for New Zealand, 71 without loss. I do know on the odd occasion he tries to keep the thumb completely on and still bowl the off spinner to confuse the batsman, but he doesn't seem to have quite the same control. So it comes off, and then you see the off spinner. But the whole time he bowls, as he's running up with the knuckleball, the thumb must stay on to keep it in.
That's a good shot. Slightly overpitched. And Martin Guptill getting into stride.
Yeah, classic Martin Guptill this. Good timing, good balance. When he hits the ball, he's very still. That's one of the things you'll notice about Martin Guptill. Is not a lot of exaggerated foot movement. It's just a good step forward, good balance. He's in good position when he hits the ball.
So often we talk about the balance of a batsman on the front foot, on the tips of his toes and all of that sort of thing. Martin Guptill, because of an accident, doesn't have all of the toes on his left foot. It clearly doesn't affect him as far as his balance, which you need as any sportsman would.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that if you lost your little toe, it's almost like having to learn how to walk again. It's such a big part in your gait. Oh, that's a pretty poor piece of fielding, that. Wasn't a lot of pace to the ball and then a very ordinary dive, but a good shot from Guptill. Brings about another boundary for him. He moves through to 44.
That's terrible. No real effort in going after it, and then the dive was pathetic. He's a good cricketer, a better cricketer than that, and needs to show that effort in the field. Need to support your bowlers.
Yeah, that accident for Martin Guptill, the forklift. I got a feeling his brother was driving the forklift at the time and just ran over his left foot. Lost the little toe and the two toes coming in from there, so he's just left with what we would call his jandal toes at home, the big one and the one next to it. And you see him wearing a pair of thongs. It's quite a sight, but he's very, very good with it. Martin Guptill, he actually makes a bit of fun of it. I actually think he's got a number plate on his car that says Marty Two Toes. 87 without loss.
Insisting on the appeal is Rampole. The debate would be, was there pad before bat? Was it simultaneous? Always difficult for the umpire to make an instant call.
Well, noticeably, first thing here is a little bit of reverse swing, a little bit of shape back in. This may have clipped off stump, but I think he's far enough outside. And there was bat and pad as well. So, no problem there.
To one.
Magnificent. Magnificent from Guptill. He was short and wide and given the treatment. That takes him to 48. very, very selective batting. Good judgment.
Because of the nature of the pitch, it makes batting a lot easier. And I thought the new ball this morning didn't do enough for the fast bowlers.
Yeah, I felt the same. I think it's a general consensus here in the commentary box that batsmen left too many deliveries. At lunchtime, we counted Daniel Flynn left 40, which was almost half the deliveries he faced. Guptill slightly less. And the ball did do a little bit through the air and off the seam this morning. So, as we often say, this is probably cash-in time now for batsmen when you do the hard work in the early session. Looking very solid, Martin Guptill. 93 without loss. 50 for Guptill. It gets to the boundary, so he's run it up in style. Very solid performance so far. There is poor form in the one-day series. Slightly delayed reaction from his team members.
I was just about to say that, like, no one realized he got to his 50. But so far he has looked really comfortable. He's really set, and I'm quite sure that he'll want to go on to make 100 if he can. This is only his second test match, and he's still learning the art. And I believe that as time goes on, he will get better, he will learn all those tricks, and he will get better and cause a lot of problems. I'm just hoping, though, that we as West Indians don't expect him to set the world alight overnight. We have to be a little patient with him and watch him grow and get better.
Yep, 106 to 1. Some turn there.
That's probably the first delivery you've seen from Narayan that turns so sharply. Completely deceived Ramdin.
Likes to get on with it.
In contrast, since getting to his 50, Guptill has only scored one run of some 23 deliveries. It's 121 for 1.
In that, particularly with someone who's unorthodox, you don't want batsmen getting accustomed to them. And I know there was a wicket and the new batsman's come in, but just that trend of bowling guys in 16 over spells, 17 over spells, only broken by intervals, I'd like to see them given a little break at times. Know when they get a little refreshment, just take them out the batsman's side for a little while, get someone else in and shift them around. Or if they have a preferred, then just break it up. Nice shot from Guptill. 41 balls and only 2 runs before that since getting to 50.
Yeah, he showed some good patience, did Martin Guptill. Prepared to just watch Narayan carefully, wait for the bad ball, and that was. It was short and just wide of off stump. It was only a punch, but nicely timed. And again, that was a poor delivery. Went quicker Narayan on that occasion, and Guptill just the same shot. 9 from the over, 144 for 2. 2. And a comfortable 2 off the last ball of Marlon Samuels. First over, 146 for 2. Short and punished.
Martin Guptill has played this role here very well. Very selective test match batting. Generally the way test match batting should be. You've got some guys who score quicker than others. He's really waited for his bat ball and his scoring opportunity. Can't say the same about Brendan McCullum in his knock, but this has been responsible stuff from Martin Guptill. Oh, that has gone past Marlon Samuels to his left. I wonder if it went past in the air.
It certainly looked like it was close. I'm not sure about the effort from Marlon Samuels. That wasn't a big dive. Sort of a half an attempt. I think he could have done better. So does Darren Sammy.
Darren Sammy has a split field or a ringed field, you'd call it, with 3 men in front of square on the leg side and that ring on the offside as well, which tells me that a lot of his deliveries are going to be inside that off stump, fairly straight. If anything, the pitch is flattened out a lot more now than it was in that first session.
Movement in the air. So just got to pitch it up a bit more. It was pretty well bowled. Rampal reckons it might have hit boot first. Sammy is asking what he thinks and he's gonna check.
That is going to be the big thing, Jeffrey, whether it's hit. Thought there was some interplay with the bat, whether it's after it's hit the boot in the fielding team's mind. No problem with the legality of the delivery. Oh, that's dead. That is dead.
Yeah, hit him on the full. Right on that toe. And would have gone crashing into the lumberyard.
Not out. So I got that wrong. It stayed with the on-field call because of impact, not necessarily because of whether it's going on to hit the stumps. It means the West Indies have lost all their reviews. From that angle, which is not directly behind or in line with the umpire, I thought it might have been impact in line. And this is more directly behind the umpire. And so Hawkeye has adjudicated that it's on-field call. Yeah, and the ruling is that less than half the ball was inside that line of off-stump. There was part of it inside, but less than half. So from that point of view, it goes with the umpire's decision, original decision. Has to be more than half inside that off stump to overrule that not out decision.
Well, at least a full delivery makes something happen. 162 for 2. It's nicely turned away by Guptill.
Nice shot. Lovely punch. It's a great deal of elegance and good lines about Guptill when he's attacking.
Well, he's been pretty severe on anything that's been short and wide of off stump. He's hit quite a few through that area, timed them very well.
It certainly has been a tough day. And they're still trying to find a way to break this partnership and probably take a couple more wickets before the end of the day's play. But Captain Taylor and Guptill have different ideas. And I'm quite sure that he'll be eyeing 3 figures. You know, you don't want to get to 80 and then give it away. Still a lot of batting to come. Williamson, Vittori, you know he can bat a bit as well. He should make a difference in the bowling department. Very experienced campaigner. I think he was missing badly from the one-dayers. Williamson, Brownlee, Vittori, Van Wyck, Bracewell, Wagner, Martin still to come, and they're probably in the pavilion with their feet up, rather happy to see the guys are doing a good job.
.72 overs gone, 195 for 2.
That's where it's got to be. Just too few deliveries pitching on that length today from Sunil Narayan. This pitch looked to pitch around leg stump and would have been missing, I think. No reviews left. Well, everything happens when the batsman is brought forward. This is where he should have been pitching the ball a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a no ball. Cutting the return crease. In fairness to the umpire, though, you have to work out how difficult it would be to be watching that. As you look at the previous occasion in this over when he was brought forward, the appeal, showing that would have gone way over the line of the stumps and slightly wide down the leg side anyway. Mistimed the dive, and he's going to get a boundary. So Sunil Narayan there. Hasn't been his day.
Still trying to find an explanation for bringing on a military medium bowler at a point like this. There's the man who should be bowling, the man in the cap behind him. To be quite honest, he was a bit late getting down there that time, Ramdin. 210 for 2.
Well, after this over, the second new ball will be 2 overs away.
Well, if the plan is to take the second new ball, then Dion Ryan certainly won't be bowling today. I can only think that he's planning to take it, and he wants to keep Roach and Rampal fresh. I can't really see what bowling Fooded in at this point is anything else that it could be looking to accomplish.
Yes, but if you're hustling to the new ball, why not use someone who might do it faster and actually might have a better chance of getting a wicket?
Well, I'm looking for an explanation, Faz. I'm not confident with the one I gave you, to be quite honest. Because I have no idea why this is happening.
211 for 2. After the next 4 deliveries, we might just see this man and possibly Ravi Rampal if the second new ball is taken.
Catch him! Over.
Much improved his last couple of overs, Sunil Narayan. 216 for 2.
Well, it's one of the bright spots in the West Indies fielding today, because generally their fielding has lacked intensity and has been untidy. Let's have a look at some of little errors in the field. Marlon Samuels, Narayan, Powell, Roach. Some simple errors that you put down to lack of intensity and casualness.
Well, Guptill's got that one away. Hasn't timed it perfectly. He thought it was going for 4. He didn't run the first one hard. Comes back for 2 though.
Right.
221 for 2. For the excitement that we've experienced in the last 10 minutes, we've forgotten that Martin Guptill is still in the 90s. Even by test match standard, the strike rate is, or modern test match standards, the strike rate is a touch low, but that is not an issue. He's doing his job. He's done a wonderful job throughout the day. But whether he can see this to a close here, I think, will dictate how good a job it has been. Should be a couple of runs. It's gone past Sammy, low to his right. Takes Guptill to 97.
This is what West Indies are looking for. Sammy's too high. He's up, not down. just past that left boot.
Oh, that is disappointing. That is disappointing if it's taken. And it is taken. Another wicket for Narayan, but that's when I said if Guptill can finish the job today, he can't. He's gutted. He's disappointed.
He's been asked to stay just to check the no ball, but I tell you what, he should stay there and he shouldn't go back towards the changing room because they will not want to see Martin Guptill at the end of this. That is a very disappointing end to what has been a good day. He's distraught, Martin Guptill. It's his own issue. I thought he'd been asked to stay, that's why he was crouched down in the middle. Perhaps he just didn't want to go. He's just so disappointed in what he's done. He's just trying to console himself a little bit before he walks off. But he is out. Caught Dio Narayan, bowled Narayan for 97. Just looking to go over the onside and did not get it at all. Straight up in the air. New Zealand lose their 4th wicket at 228.